Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's settle back, settle down, and I want to show you. I want to show you what you should be shooting for. With that, what are you doing with your time, everybody? The question. Write that down. What should you be doing with your time? Look, there's the bow, there's the arrow. We all have the same amount of time, which is 24 hours every single day. We all, I don't care if you're the president of the United States, I don't care if you're a street sweeper, I don't care what you do. God has given us all the same amount of time every single day. Those are blessed. And the question is, here's the question. So if you get your, well, first of all, get your notepads out. We're going to school tonight. We're going to school today. We're going to do a little bit of, we're not, it's not a mindset. This is training. This is training what to do in the building our business. Now, we all have the same amount of 24 hours a day. Does everybody agree? We all have the same amount of time. And by the way, we're going to have a little interactive. So we're going to have a little question you guys can take off and comment a little bit here. Now, the question is, write this down, first of all, write it on your piece of paper, 24 hours. Get a clean piece of paper. We all have the same amount of time, 24 hours a day. Bullseye. Now, I want you guys to hit the bullseye. I want you guys to hit it every time. Now, if you pay close attention today, I'm going to try to slow it down so you can take great, good, copacetic notes because this is very important. We all have the same amount of time. So on your piece of paper, put 24 hours. Thank you, sir. 24 hours. Thank you. 24 hours. So let's break it down. On your sheet of paper, brand new sheet of paper, get your pen, your pluma, quaderno out, and take notes. First of all, take 8 hours for sleep. 8 hours for sleep. So 8 hours, 24 hours minus 8 hours for sleep. I don't need that many, but some people do. That's so I'm gonna give you 8 hours. That leaves you 16 hours left over. Is everybody pretty good on math, Miss Melissa Williams? Okay, good, 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 good. Danny Payne, is that okay? And then you got half some of you still work, and that's okay. That's okay. My job is to get you off there real soon. So take 8 hours off the 16 hours for work. Mr. Manny, don't you write? You're driving, sir. Don't you write? So 16 minus 8 hours for work, that gives you 8 hours left in your day, Mr. Greg Wilson. That gives you 8 hours left, right? Is everybody with me? G Valdez, you with me? Mr. Dwight, that okay, 8 hours left. Now I know some of y'all like to eat. I know it. I know it. I can tell some of y'all get on the call eating. So let's give you 2 hours for eating. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 2 hours is more than enough time for your day for eating, for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And that's if it's a slow eater. Some of y'all are fast eaters. When the straw is gone, okay? Somebody's not hungry now. So that leaves you 6 hours in your day. I don't care who you are, the president. I don't care what your title. I don't care. We all have this. God gave us the same amount of time. So now you got 6 hours left over. Now, some of you got family, you got kids, you got sporting events. I got that. I got you, Janet Paz. I got you. I know Dave Culver. I know what you're talking about. Me that Daniels, yes. Mark, I know what you're talking about, Mr. Courtney. I know. Hey, so let's give the hours, 2 hours to the family. Is that okay, Mr. Welch? 2 hours for the family. Is that okay, Miss Evelyn? So that gives you 4 hours. 2 hours to the family. That means you could be out taking a walk like I do in the morning. That means take your dog for a walk, whatever. So 2 hours for family. That gives you 4 hours left over. Am I right, Jackie Black? Am Miss Catherine Wood? Is my subtraction going? Okay. I don't know. I flunked. Okay. But that's 4 hours left. If you have 4 hours left, by God, Natasha Ismail, Terry O, James Clark, that gives you 2 hours for ACN, Miss April Hall. 2 hours for ACN. Now we're gonna come back to that 2 hours. So that gives you how many hours left over? 2 hours to whatever, right? I mean, I didn't. Even, I mean, so what are we doing with those other 2 hours? Do you even know what you're doing with those 2 hours? That's why I have an appointment book and I have everything scheduled. You can ask Al Thomas what was he doing 18 years ago, and I can go down there 5 years ago, and I pull out my appointment books. I can go for that date and the time, and I tell you exactly what I'm doing because I'm accountable. The question is, are you accountable? The reason why a lot of us haven't not made the money we want to make because we're not accountable with our time. But let's, for the sake of argument, let's just focus on those 2 hours of doing ACN every day. Let's give it 5 days, maybe 6 days a week. You still got 2 hours left over to whatever, squander, whatever, whatever. But I'm going to concentrate today on those 2 hours because we all have the same amount of time. The question is, what are you doing with yours? All right, everybody clear? Shake your head. Okay. All right, shake your head. And those got your cameras on, thank you. Those that could have the cameras on, please put them on. So let's focus in on these 2 hours we got left. That's out of the four. Let's just focus on those 2 hours. What are you doing in those 2 hours to build your business? And here's where we fall short. It's not that it's us. It's us. And what I mean by that, number one, write this down. Making calls within those 2 hours. I'm gonna break it down to you. Because when I get done today, every one of y'all should be RD, or if you're RD, should pop an RD before the year's out because you got 84 days left. Making calls. What do you mean making calls, Mr. Thomas? Getting names and numbers. Okay, and I'll come back to that in a minute. But what about sending out audios and videos? My challenge team, you guys are doing a fantastic job sending out audios and videos. Audios and videos. Audio. I set up my audio book today to 5 people this morning already. Audios and videos. Sending those out to people. Perfect. Now, perfect, perfect, perfect. So spend time in that arena. Next, getting with your upline for help. Oh, that's what they're there for, to help you. Help you on what you fall short of. Well, Mr. Thomas, I don't know how to do so and so, so and so. Okay, let's spend some time doing this so you'll learn it. Huh, perfect. See, we don't know stuff that we don't know. There's a lot of stuff. And next, number three, we'll go with number two, is studying. Write this down. Studying your back office. You don't know what stuff is. I don't know what stuff is. I remember many times, who was that? Miss Rose Guerrero would come on in with training on Saturdays. I had no, I mean, she found stuff that people didn't, because we didn't take time to study our own business. The Bible says, study to show thyself approved workman, worthy of it. Guys, you're not studying your own back office, and you can do this anytime throughout your day. Anytime. When was the last time you scrolled through your back office and found some information where they're calling your upline? That's called laziness. See, once you learn something, can we all agree? Once you learn something, you learn something. So try to learn something new about your business every day. Okay, Mr. Thomas, that's a good one. What about how much time you take out reading every day? Well, today was Proverbs for me. I take out every morning before I start my day off. After I get up and pray, I go and get the book of Proverbs. There's 31 books of Proverbs. And I'm going to kind of highlight that just for a second. Not to get on the religious side, but today's the 11th. So Proverbs 11, verse 26. Half the verse say this. I'm going to teach you guys something about the Bible says so much about business. It says, but blessed shall be upon those heads of them that sell it. Does it say that? Sell it? Yeah. You have a business, you're selling your services. God dang, it's all biblical. Don't you get it? And the verse above that, verse 25, half of it says, and he that wardeth it shall be warded himself. Oh my God. So, Mr. Thomas, if I go do this and run to people, the blessing will come back to me? Yes. What is that called? Prospecting. So the reason why I'm not getting nowhere, Ms. Thomas, because I'm not going out doing my business to get something back. Exactly. Here you are. Hey, why am I not successful? What are you putting in? You're not putting anything in. So why are you expecting to get something back from the business? Well, I'm gonna wait on my downline. Well, they're waiting on you to be leader. I'm being a leader. Let me tell you. Let me give you a key. Let me give you a key. Let me give you a secret. I don't wait on my downline. I don't wait them to bring me, to call me to come anywhere. I just go do it. I take 100% responsibility, like Miss Sarah calls me out there. God dog, I just go do it anyhow. I remember there's a lady back in my old business. Her name was Rose Lay. I can still remember her today. She was from Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas, a little country town out there. And she lived in a double wide mobile home. And she had a saying, sometime, let me see if I can do it in a southern accent. Sometime, Al Thomas, you just gotta go on ahead anyhow. And I said, oh my God, let me write that one down. She was not even, she wouldn't, I mean, just sometime you just gotta go on ahead anyhow, Freddie Sherman. Forget your upline and sideline. You gotta go and do it. This is my business. It ain't my downline's business. It's my business. It's my business. I always take 100% responsibility of my business. Whether you guys show up or not, hey, Al Thomas still gonna do Al Thomas. Ding, 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 ding. There's a clue right there. So if the Bible says sell it, and if you go water them, they'll water yourself. Well, gosh, I, I guess I need to follow that little. Yeah, okay. Let's move on. So learn something new every day about your business. What about reading? I hate to read, Miss Thomas. What about audio? Shoot, my new book's audio got 35,000 people already listening to it. I mean, it's powerful, and it's only 18 minutes and some change. So here again, you cutting yourself short. Quit being a hater. I'm trying to help you. Number four, make follow-up calls. Make follow-up. I'm being honest with you guys. That's why you're making my kind of money because you're too busy hating. All right, make follow-up calls. Make follow-up calls. Yesterday I called the lady because I supposed yeah, yesterday was Thursday. We were all supposed to be work in Orlando. I have a lady, her name is Sarah. Not yeah. And she lives in Orlando. She was in my old Excel business. I called her a couple of weeks ago, knowing I'm coming so I'm looking through all my old numbers, Orlando. And I called five people. Two of the numbers were disconnected. Two people said, hey, I'll give me a call when it gets closer to time. And Miss Sarah said, hey, I'll meet up with you at the hotel in the lobby there of the Omni. So I had to call her yesterday and say, listen, I'm not coming because of the storm. Now watch this. I've been following up on her for a month or so before I was coming to Orlando to share ACM with her. Her husband just passed away, bless his heart, and so did her mom, all in the same within a week of each other. But she said, "Yeah, I want to meet with you because she remembered how watch it. She remembered how I was in my Excel business. Let me say this again. She remembered me from how I was here again. How you do anything, everything in my Excel business. I'll be happy to meet with you. That's right, Jim Rohn. How you do anything? So follow up. How many follow up calls have you made lately? The money's always been the follow up. Number five, let's talk about prospecting. Some of you, this gonna really don't click on me. Don't hang up now. Don't watch me. Watch. I'm gonna lose a couple of you. Why is it when somebody tell you the truth, you run from the truth? And the truth is supposed to set you free. The truth is you're not prospecting. Well, Mr. Thomas, I don't like prospecting. Oh, okay. Let me ask you, can we be honest today? If can I be honest? Put your hand up in the chat. Can I be honest today? Okay, good. More than it. Okay. Some of you I can't see because you got your mask on. Why is it somebody? Why y'all some of y'all hide behind your mask with the picture every time? Why y'all do that? Because you know it's a mask. You know it's a mask unless you're at work. Now watch this. Can I be? I don't like prospecting, Mr. Thomas. Well, let me say this. To be honest, shoot, you don't like your job either. You don't like your job either. So in other words, write this down. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. You will never make large residual income with that attitude and that mindset. Get over yourself. Get over yourself. Quit thinking you're all that in a bag of chips. Trust me. I don't like that, Mr. Thomas. Well, let's talk about prospecting today. Let's talk about that a little bit. How much time? You got 2 hours. How much time you doing prospecting? Let me ask you another question. When was the last time you prospected anybody? Uh-oh. Not you, Miss Rockmore. I know you're an animal like me. Let me say it another way. When was the last time you teamed up with somebody and went out prospecting? And you wonder why you have your residual income check has got one dot in it, $5.26. You wonder why your residual check, $5.26. After 6 months in this business, on the 15th, they post a check in your back office of $5.26. Oh, Mr. Curry, I did it yesterday. I'm going out today. Can I let you guys in a little secret? I do it all the time. Mr. O'Neill, where are we going today at 3 o'clock? Watch this. Watch this.
We're going recruiting, sir.
Ah. Who else is going to recruit beside me today? Who's already got somebody going with them? Okay, Miss Kathleen Will, Miss Deborah Rockmore, I know you. What's wrong with the rest of you? Okay, Miss Terrio, Sarah, okay. Why the rest of you going out? Bob Myers, God bless you. What's wrong with the rest of y'all? Well, Come on, why? And you wonder why your residual check every month is $5.26 posted in your back office every 15th of the month. Come on. I don't know about ACN. No. It ain't about ACN, it's about you. Watch this. I don't like it, Mr. Thomas. Let me kind of give you an idea. Let me talk about me. Maybe I'm a bad leader. I don't know because you're not listening because evidently you're not doing it. But then again, you won't make that kind of income because you won't. Anyway, Tuesday night. What happens every Tuesday night at 6 o'clock? Does anybody know? Effective presentation. Some of you are not even on there. Check. That's another reason you're not making it because you're not learning how to do one. Oh, check. You know what I do, Mr. O'Neill? What do I do right after we finish up our PBR, the Effective Tuesday Night presentation? Mr. O'Neill, again, what do we do at 7 o'clock every Tuesday night? Every Tuesday night, what do we do?
You meet up with my team at Starbucks and we we do presentations and we go goal setting.
So did I say this once a month? Did I say every other week? Watch this. Some people in certain areas do something every week, every other week. No, every other week, every 3 weeks. That's not building a business. That's a hobby. Hobby costs you money. Businesses make you money. Quit putting a hobby. Well, I don't feel like it. We're going to do one in 3 weeks. Well, I don't know if I'm going to show up. No wonder your business dying every 3 weeks. Come on, seriously? So every Tuesday, notice I said every, EVER, every Tuesday, except when I'm out of the country in my other house. Every Tuesday we meet up. How often are you meeting up with people? Okay, what about this? We're meeting at Starbucks, so write down Starbucks. What about you guys starting to meet up, 4 or 5 of you meet up at Starbucks every Tuesday at 7 o'clock in your area after the call's over? What's stopping you guys to get together doing this? Nothing but you. This is how you build a business. Now, when I met the time, by the time you got the call, I'm out. It's 9 o'clock where I'm at. Well, we'll do one earlier. Well, I'm on the East Coast, but Thomas, it's 10 o'clock. We'll do one earlier. That's just an excuse. You don't want it bad enough. How bad do you want to breathe? Let me tell you guys a story about this old boy. This old boy was out there. These two little boys trying to find this old man. He was the wealthiest. Can I tell a story? Young. This old guy was the wealthiest guy in the town. Might be in a town where you live, right? And these two little boys said, we got to find this old man because we want to find out his secret, how he became wealthy, Miss Melissa Williams. And so the little boys were trying to find the old man in town, Mr. Williamson. And one little boy said, oh, shoot, Miss Terrio, I'm going to give up. He ain't going to tell us even if we find him. Even if we find him, Mr. Freddie Sherman, he ain't going to tell us. So one boy gave up. Kind of like people in your downline giving up because they have no direction. Uh-oh. And the other boys, I don't care what you do, I'm going to continue my journey. And I want to applaud all of you to continue your journey. Another little boy walked down by the river and he saw the old man in the river Bob Myers and he ran out to the water. And this is what he said to the old man out there, Mr. Curry. Oh man, please tell me the secret how to become wealthy. And the old man looked at the young man and he didn't say a word. And the young man said, Miss Evelyn Phibbs, please tell me the secret of how to become wealthy. And the old man looked at the young man. And this is what he did, Natasha Ismail. He put his hand on his head of the young man and he pushed him under the water for 3 seconds. And he let him back up. And the young man said this, Miss Anita Años. He says, you old fool, you tried to kill me. And all I want to know is the secret of how to become wealthy. And the old man looked at the young man again, and Dave Carver, he did it one more time. And then all of a sudden, guess what happened, Mr. Brian Baker? He let the young man go, poof. And the young man said, that's twice, old man. You tried to kill me. And Miss Janice Mason, what he said, all I wanted to know, Pastor Thomas, was how to become wealthy. And this is what the old man said, Joe Marshart. He looked at the young man, / young women, and he says this. Write this down. He says, when you want to succeed, I'll say it again. When you, and you, and you, and you, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, you will. You will. You will. I'll say it again. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, you will. How bad do you want it? Will you drive a few more miles, talk to more people, get out there in the unknown, put yourself on the line, get laughed at more? Who cares? Talk to people. Who cares what the outcome is? But see, you won't do that because you're comfortable right where you're at. Show up when I don't feel like it. Get out of your feelings. I told you before, turn that feeling switch off. Ah, God. Man. So what about 4 or 5 of you getting together once a week at Starbucks? We do at Starbucks, sometimes we do what we call a round robin. Every 15 minutes, we show the plan. Starting at 7, 7:15, 7:30, 7:45, 8 o'clock. Man, I'm telling you, Mr. O'Neill and I, we burn up. We're there so much that the guy said, "Is this because now there's about 10 or 15 of us?" He says, "Is this some kind of church group?" I go, "Yeah, it's a money group." Now watch this. How many people did we start off with at Starbucks? Terrio, just two. Miss Rutherford. Now we're up to 10 to 15 every Tuesday. Without see, are you set up for success? Are you setting yourself up for success? Remember, we didn't start off a lot of people. Just two. Just two. What about this one? What about having a whole meeting? Well, I don't like people to come by my home. I know. I know. You don't clean it up. I know. I know. Well, why don't you clean it up? Be presentable. Should we stood meetings at Mr. O'Neill's house for a long time? Huh? Huh? Miss Sarah, I know she does our house. Wow. I know I used to go to Fresno. We used to do it at the King's house all the time. Why can't you open your house up? Well, I don't want people to know where I stay. Well, maybe that might help you get a better zip code then if you built a team. Maybe you could move. What about this one? Mr. Clemens and I were talking about this earlier today. There is nothing stopping any of you from building a huge organization, especially today. You got PBZs and PBRs. For crying out loud, it's on the freaking internet. You could be anywhere. I'm in Vegas. Miss Deborah Rockmore, what city you in, Miss Deborah Rockmore? She's back east somewhere. Jackie Black's in Connecticut. Kathleen Williams is in Sacramento. Agent O'Neill's here in Vegas. Danny Payne, for crying out loud, is in Alberta, Canada. So what you talk? What do you? What? I don't get this. Back in the old days, we had to take the whiteboard, get on the airplane, hotel room, eat afterwards. Y'all got it so simple today. It blows my mind how you're not building this business. It is so simple. It is so simple, as Jim Rohn said, but yet it's so easy that we could all miss it. Wow. 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 I guess why don't I talk about how many PPGs you got set up? And there's only four of the same four people every time. What is wrong with the rest of you? What is wrong with the rest of you saying, let's get together three or four of us, let's go a joint PBR together? Hey, if I drive in your neighborhood on a Saturday, I can see I can see people having garage sales where they have joint members in the community bringing all their junk together to sell. There's one last weekend in my neighborhood. There was four houses came together for a garage sale. Why can't you do a PBR sale or a PBZ sale? Oh my God! Do you realize there's strength in numbers? What about this one? What about doing some one-on-ones? One-on-ones. Oh, well. What about let's look another way you can build your business. What about your local trainings? Well, I don't want to go out there, Mr. Tom. I'm still scared of that thing out there they released 4 years ago. That virus. I'm still walking around in my car with my mask on. I'm not. I'm in my car driving by myself. I'm still scared, Mr. Thomas. You're in the car by yourself? Yeah, I'm still scared. Okay, okay, I got something for you. It's the truth, y'all. I'm being real with y'all today. For you scary folks, can you be in your home with your own oxygen around you doing a PBR, PBZ in your own little bubble? There's nothing stopping you but you. No, scared money can't make money. That's what I'm gonna say, Miss Brother. She said scared money can't make. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So we all have the same amount of 24 hours a day. You just don't want it bad enough because your action shows that. When I say, okay, everybody, who got what today? You guys should be blowing up this whole just five or six of the faithful ones. The same, they always, and then some of you are selective who you watch and listen to on the calls. That's why your business is stagnant. You only get on here where certain speakers get on here. Why are you doing that? Man, I'm here to learn. I got in this thing to build up. Look, my kids are trying to put me in a rest home now because they know they get the residuals if I'm gone away. Your kids, your kids don't care whether you go or not because you ain't brought nothing in. I mean, can we be honest today? So why are you playing with ACN? Why are you playing with a multimeter? Man, get out of your feelings. Why are you playing with it? I don't get it. See, let me end on a scripture. I keep telling you, he did not put you down here to work. That's why I came up with that book, God's Gifts. He did not put you. Look, my dear friend, Dr. Miles Monroe, my dear friend. We always get together and talk about jets and planes and what have you. Let me tell you what he always said, and I thought I love this. He says, "Your job is what they pay you to do. So they're paying you to stay away from dreams and hopes and desires and goals. Okay, your job. Hey, I'm not knocking jobs, so don't get it the wrong way. Your job is what they paid you to do. Your gifts is what God gave you. Your job is what they paid you to do. Your gifts are why you're here, folks. Your gifts. Never in the. I mean, only one place I saw somebody had a job, and that was the beginning. We had to work in Garden Eden. But notice he gave him work. But later he gave him businesses. First Thessalonians says, and they shall study to be quiet and own their own business. Don't take my word for it. Check it out. You're to own your own business. Do you realize that? It's in First Thessalonians 4:11. See, I studied a little black book, Bible, Basic Instruction Before Leaving Earth. And it says, own your own business and walk with and own with your own hands. With your own hands. We all got the same amount of 24 hours a day. Why am I successful and you're teeter-tottering and not being successful? Because I understand my gifts. I understand I have the time. And this is for if you're part-time, you got 2 hours a day. What if you're full-time? You really ain't got no excuse. Since I got started, I hope Mr. O'Neill don't mind me telling his business here. This man done so well, he done walked away. He walked away because he's a doer. He's listening to me. He ain't got no ego. Whatever I say to do, he does it. Now he can walk away. Why can't you? Well, I don't like the way you say that. That's your problem. Quit talking about you. My God. Let me tell you what. Oh my God. Let me tell you. Okay. You got the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Now, let me tell you why you're not successful. So don't get mad at me and throw your spitballs at me. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You have lied to yourself. Uh-oh, here we go. You have lied to yourself. Uh-oh, here we go. You have lied and lied and lied to yourself so many times, you don't even believe you. You've lied so many times to yourself, you don't even believe you. Your conscious mind says, uh-oh, here we go again. And your subconscious mind say, he ain't never done it before. And once you start breaking that curse off of you, of lying to only you ain't lying to me, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to your family. You're just lying. Once you break that curse off and start doing the things you say you're going to do, and when you say you're going to accomplish them, your subconscious mind says, hey, he did it. He did it. And all of a sudden that seed, because the conscious mind goes to sleep at night, but the subconscious mind never. And the subconscious mind always said, he said that before. He said that before. He said that before. He said that before. And once you start making things happen that you say you're going to do, your subconscious mind say, hey, he can do this. Tell the conscious mind, we can do this. But until it gets down to subconscious mind, you'll never do it. And let me tell you what, until you start doing it and being accountable to it, you'll still tell yourself the same lies. And you won't accomplish very much of nothing. When I told Mr. Robert Skippin I said, have my ring ready in 2009, what do you think my conscious and subconscious mind said? Oh, heck, he's always doing what he said he's going to do. Oh, yeah, he going to do it. Oh, yeah, he going to do it. He better have his ring ready. He going to do it. 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 If I said something in your subconscious mind, what would it say? Well, I don't know. It's number 159 times they said they're going to hit RD and they ain't did it yet. So I don't know. I don't know. They ain't done nothing to show us differently. They always keep saying they're gonna do something. They ain't never done it. It's not that you can't do it. It's that you lied to yourself so many times. Wow. Wow. So to your own self, be true. In conclusion, in conclusion, we all have the same amount of time to build residual income. But some of you, you hide behind your lies. Some of you justify it, which is still part of your lies. Or egos, like I talked about last weekend. Egos, we just go get it done. Make calls, number one. Help with get with your upline a little help if you need. Study your back office. Follow up on calls. Prospect more. And all of you should be an RD before this year's out. Late. Oh, is anybody got any questions? Mr. Danny Payne got your hand up. Is that a question? Or you just excited?
Yes, Mr. Thomas.
Yes, sir.
I was wondering, how well does Flyers work?
They still work. They're a little slower than that because you know what? People are so frightened these days of a picking up. I see. I don't have any mind in here. People are so afraid to touch something that's because they got your mind warped out there about this virus and all this other crap. The people are scared to touch things now. I saw a lady go into her car the other day and she put on a glove to open her door. I saw a lady the other day, she had a mask on, and then she had another vinyl mask, and then she had another mask. I was like, God dang, you're gonna kill yourself. People, let me share something with y'all. Can I don't be a hater of me when I say this. They don't work. Oh God. You see how people's minds have been tricked for negativity? And some of it they know by saying that to the society, they're gonna destroy some of you in your minds already. Um, I had a friend. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it in a nice, light way. He said they don't work, and he said I proved it to a guy. I go, what did you do? He said uh, somebody had passed gas, and I said he said if you can smell that, that shows you can go through. It's just so funny to me. But people are so programmed for. You know, look, they're trying to divide you guys, blacks against whites, Spanish against Mexicans, Spanish against eight. They're trying to divide. See, don't y'all see it? And the weak people fall for all this weak stuff out there. It's weak to keep you weak. Henry Ford said, "My goal is to have an audience of workers, not an audience of thinkers." He don't want you to think. They don't want you to think. Have y'all caught a clue? Somebody, Mr. Tim Carrell sent me something the other day. I'm gonna share something. I'm not gonna show this flyer. And he just sent it to me. He said, "I know you can't. I can't show the flyer, but I'll tell you what the flyer did." Now, can you imagine? You know how you see traffic going to work in the morning in one direction, and there's a billboard over, like a walkover, and there's a billboard there with a sign. As you're going through traffic, you can read the billboard, and this is what the billboard said: "Good morning, slaves." Good morning, slaves, as you're all in 5 lanes going to work. Good morning, slaves. Now, if I post that, I got a whole bunch of people pissed at me, but I never post that. But watch this. Ain't it the truth? Question: who is going to treat you better, them or you? Mr. Curry, you got a question, sir?
Yeah, first, thank you for this.
You're welcome.
And second, to hit RD before the year is out, what does the daily method of operation look like for that?
Very good question. Very good question. Write this down. It is so simple. The formula is so simple that some of you will do it and hit it, And some of you are like, well, what did you do? Here it is. Get 3 leads a day. 3 leads a day will keep a job away. 3 leads a day will keep a what away? A job away. Mr. Payon is on the call. Is he still on the call? Let me browse. Watch this. I'm gonna show y'all something. Watch this. Where's Mr. Payon? Mr. Payon, are you still here? Oh God, did we lose him? He was on the call earlier. If you're here, take your phone off mute. Let me tell you what I did with Mr. Payon. Okay, I'm gonna prove a point to you. Remember, I used to call Mr. Payon my poster child. You guys remember that a few months back, a year ago, 6 months ago? I used to call him my poster child. You know why I always call people my poster child? Because they done something to set the bar for the rest of them to shoot for. Watch this. Mr. Payon lives in Japan. You guys realize that? That's why I was, oh, it's 1 o'clock in the morning we start a call. He's up at 1 o'clock in the morning being on a call. Mr. Payon lives in Japan. He speaks English and he speaks Espanol. He doesn't speak Japanese. His wife is Japanese. And he said, Ms. Thomas, I have a problem. I go, what's the problem? I live in a country, I don't speak the language. I said, that's not a problem, that's an opportunity. See how y'all looking at it? Is the glass half empty or half full? I said, half empty. That means it's opportunity. I said, and we got talking. I said, well, take your dog out for a walk. Because you know, people, certain things, folks, are universal. Language is universal. Does that make sense? We all know in any language, everybody look at me. We all know what this means in any language. We all know what that means in any language. It's some things are just universal. And I said, people love their animals. Take your dog out for a walk. Because women, oh my God, language. Take it to the dog park. The first day Mr. Payon went out, he had 0 leads. I said, okay, tomorrow you'll be 3 + 3, that's 6. He started getting out of his comfort zone because he wanted something in his life. See, until you want something in life, you'll never get out your comfort zone. Bad enough. And he started going out and getting names and numbers. Name is number. Within a week and a half to 2 weeks, Miss April Hall, he was doing 3 to 4 or 5 names every day. Then he got cocky. That's why I wanted to tell the story. He got cocky. He was doing 7 or 8 names in a country, Miss Sherian, where he don't even live, Mr. James Clark, that he don't even speak the language. He said, "I found." Watch this. What he told me. Al Thomas, I found a system to work for me. Did you say system? What does system stand for, everybody? Saving yourself time, energy, and money. He found a system, saving yourself time, energy, and money. And the system was, I take my dog out to the dog park. And now they see me out there regularly. Now the conversation, we go and come to my dog, blah, blah. And all of a sudden, his numbers start going through the roof. And guess what? Within 2.5 weeks, he hit RD in Japan. Noah speak Japanese. No problem. So if he's in a country where he don't speak the language, what could I do, Mr. Thomas, in a country where I do speak the language? That's why Al Thomas have a hard problem understanding why people live in this country can't get RD and get names and numbers. You're just not doing the work. 2 things stop you. Your ego, EGO, edging God out, or your pride. It's called false pride. Because you think you're all that in a bag of chips. Until you want it bad enough, you will never do it. So, Mr. Curry, 3 names and numbers every day. And here, write this down too, Mr. Curry, and everybody, for what it will make of you. Because you're going to learn, God, this is not that difficult. And the more you do it, guess what happens? The easier it becomes. And remember, there's only 9 bad people out there, and they just move around a lot. And there's only the same questions. My cassette tape came out years ago. Let me go grab it real quick off my desk in my other. Years ago, the keys to network marketing, my cassette tape. Okay? The keys. And it's the same stuff that I said 30 years ago is true today. Them other cassette came out called the 25 Objections to Network Marketing, How to Handle Them. How many objections? There's just 25 of them, folks. Once you heard it and mastered it, the rest is nothing. It's the same question you hear. Show of hands. How many heard the same question all the time from different people? It's all the same questions. So what you're saying, Mr. Thomas, if I master the answers to these questions, I can be ultra successful. Yeah, not just successful, but ultra successful. Ultra successful. That's all you got to do. Master them. It's not a whole lot. Think about it. Your favorite actor or actress, their script is about this thick, about that thick, to be an actor or actress. What's our script to make the same amount of money? One page. One page. A 1 through 10. One page. Wow. And that's why I keep telling you, come Tuesday night and learn how to be a master. Or how to master it. Because why? You're not getting customers, you're not getting names and numbers, you're not definitely getting ideals. So if that's not working for you, that means, maybe I'm doing something wrong. I need to learn from a professional who's done it for 35 years. But haters don't do this. They're, it's okay. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you guys that want it. Because it's not that difficult. Now, I'll be honest with you. What you guys do is much more difficult than what I do. I get paid to have fun. I got a 12 o'clock luncheon with a guy. I got a 3 o'clock appointment with Mr. Adrian O'Neill to go out and do some prospecting. When we go out, we have more fun than la la. We're about to cracking up laughing. And people are like, so what do y'all do? You know what? Because the Bible says, with love and kindness have you drawn me. Because we're out there having fun. We're laughing and joking. Some of y'all are just too serious. Lighten up. The war's almost over. Just go out there and have fun. Remember, I told y'all, Beach Boys, 19, have fun. Go out there and have fun. My God, this is not that difficult. And I'm being honest, what some of you guys do, I could never do. And I'm being respectful. God bless it. God bless you. Hug you. Because I can't do it. I got to think, if it ain't fun and making me build my business, I ain't got time to do it. I don't get on TikTok, I don't watch all that crap. I don't have time for it. I don't have time to watch sport. People go, oh, where's your favorite football team? I don't have one. Why? I got time to. That's why they make so much money, because other people are watching them. Who's watching you make your first couple million? Hello. And when I go to a game, I want to be in a box seat, not cramped up with everybody else like a Southwest flight or a JetBlue flight. I don't be cramped up with everybody or like Allegiant. I want to have some space there. Hey, give me some space. My God, if you go, do it right. Man, it's not that difficult, folks. Our business is not that difficult. In closing, we all have the same amount of time, 24 hours a day, every day. Same amount of time. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your title is. I don't care who you are. So 8 hours for sleeping. Got it. 8 hours for work. Got it. That still leaves you 8 hours over, right? You got 2 hours to have breakfast, lunch, or dinner throughout the day. That's 2 hours. That's a generous. That leaves 6 hours. Well, out of the 6, take 2 hours with the family, kids going to school, blah, 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 grandkids, whatever. Great. You still got 4 hours. Out of the 4 hours, Mr. Harrison Mill, take 2 to build your ACM business, Ms. Deborah R. And you still got 2 hours left over that you unaccounted for. And in your 2 hours that you're doing your ACM business, you should be doing making calls, talking to your upline if you need help, studying my back office, learning about the business, listening to audio, sending audios out, reading more, follow up on follow-up calls, okay, and going out prospecting. How hard is that? Oh, Mr. Thomas, that was really hard. Really? Oh, that was really hard. No, honestly, with due respect to everyone of you on here, with due respect, I humble myself. What you do is hard. I'm at home. I don't go out my door in the morning, so I go take a walk and I come back. I take a second walk, I come back. I'm at home all the time. And when I get bored here, I get on a plane, I head down to Mexico. I own my freaking, I don't have to show up nowhere for nobody. And I'm not saying this to brag, I'm just saying if you follow what I trained on today, you will be free by 2025 and beyond. But you got to get off your assets. Yeah, you got to get off your assets. You got to get off your assets and put your left foot over your right foot, left foot. In other words, Chevrolet. Chef 1 foot down, lady over down. Chevrolet, the car, no. But I had too much fun. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this bless you today because remember, you and I are the same. We all have the same amount of time God has given us every day. I talked about Proverbs today. What's in that book about sell it? I talked about, go water the people and the water will come back to you. Blessings come back to you. I showed you right there in scripture where you to own your own business, not work for somebody else. Now it's all up to you now. You got all the tools you need in your toolbox. All you got to do is go apply it.